What's up, everyone? I'm Stonewall. I hope you had a good May the 4th. Today we're looking at a classic from 1999, the TIE Fighter in Y-Wing. It is Lego set number 7150 and has 396 pieces. Let's build it. So if you're wondering why I am reviewing this set 22 years after its release, I recently found all my childhood Lego and did a unboxing video on that. So I'll leave a card for that at the end of this video. Be sure to check that out if you're interested. This set is way bigger than I remember. First off, I didn't even remember that I had this set. I thought it was one that I wanted, but glad I had it because it's pretty cool. It is bigger than I remember. I imagine these things felt really big when I was a kid. Really fun to play with. It's a good set.
So I think these sets look pretty good. Obviously, the newer iterations are going to have more detail, but for a simple set, I think they did a pretty good job back in 1999. Now, obviously, my Y-Wing has some yellowing on there. Looks like it was left in a window with some sun, unfortunately, but the Y-Wing bomber, I think in canon, was kind of a more jalopy kind of a spaceship. They were always breaking down or refurbishing them to keep them running. And I think that's why they always looked more exposed and didn't have all their original armor on. So I'm going to say that yellowing of the Lego pieces is just to be in canon more. But we have a nice Y-Wing here. It's got the gun turret on top. The head looks really iconic, I think, and the boosters on the sides look really good. These parts don't look too good. I'm not sure what they've done on the newer iterations, but they look okay, I guess. There are a couple decals here, printed pieces, and then this box actually comes out so you can carry a payload with you, something small. And there is also a little storage compartment back here. Didn't come with anything to put in there, but you can put some other storage there for transport. The underside is pretty flat, but it's got some landing gear, which you can take off if you want to fly. This thing flies pretty well. I like to hold it right there. It comes with R5D4, as the instructions call it. He is got some sun damage too, but basically a red R2D2 unit. And then the pilot is just a generic fighter pilot. He didn't have a name. And on the inside, you have that Death Star trench run graphic on the tile piece there, the slope piece there. And he's got a couple of levers to control with. The TIE Fighter in the set, I think, is actually Darth Vader's TIE Advance, and it is a pretty good set. Again, it is probably a little more simple than current sets, but this one, I don't know, you can really swoosh this one around. I think it's fun to play with, especially if you're a kid. The wings have that curved to them, and they are off center, so they're longer in the back. In this set, actually, you can unbend these wings if you want to try to imitate a TIE Fighter, but it's not really their intended purpose. And the wings pop off, as do these other components, which I remember being a kid, it was fun because you could simulate like a crash scene when the Y-wing is fighting it. So I think that's a pretty cool feature. Put it back together here. And it just goes back together really easily, which is pretty fun for playing. Obviously, I'm just going to display these more. Open it up, we got a Darth Vader. Whoop, that's just his helmet. We got a Darth Vader figure here. He has a lightsaber. Iconic red lightsaber there. I think the Darth Vader piece always looked really good. Nice helmet piece. He has one of those capes. Never really like these capes. They always get bunched up when you put them in the cockpit, as you can tell. And then under his helmet, he's got his kind of gray, weird looking head that we saw in the first movies. You do have to take the light part of the lightsaber off to put him in there. He just pops in there. Forgot to mention, just like the TIE Fighter, the Y-Wings engines also come off, which can be fun during a play scenario where maybe one of its engines gets shot off and it crashes, etc. So I always thought that was pretty fun playing with as a kid. But yeah, it's a fun little set. I didn't even remember we had this set, so I'm glad we had it. It is pretty cool.
So these starships are pretty simple compared to today's ships, but I think they still hold up really well. It's a bummer that this one got that sun damage, but like I said, I think it kind of fits. It has just been beat up a little more. They are the Rebels. I think both ships have really good swooshability. They'd be really fun to play with. I really like how the different pieces can come off. So when you're playing with it, you can reenact like battles and crashes and stuff. I assume that was intended. If not, it is a good unintended consequence or a feature they included. So I really like these sets. I think they hold up. I don't think that's 100% nostalgia talking, but these are the only TIE Fighter and Y-Wing sets I've ever had or built or seen. So if I'm missing out on something, please let me know in the comments. But I think they're still pretty good. If you enjoyed this set, be sure to like the video, and if you want to see more classic LEGO Star Wars sets built and reviewed, be sure to subscribe to my channel because I have a lot of the original sets and I plan on building them for you. Otherwise, I hope you have a good day.